We're seeing actually right behind me what I was going to bring up. I don't know if you can see that right there. We have a bobcat over there, and that same bobcat was in front of me. Cut down pollution and reduce la contaminación. You can get up to $400, folks. We have more information on our website, kvoa.com.
Look at you breaking out those Spanish skills.
Me viví en España por 6 meses,
Okay.
Amanda. That's the key word this morning, set. I like to think if we're looking at a stoplight, you know, you have the red, yellow, green. We're in that yellow stage. If you think that there are not earthquakes in Arizona, there certainly are. You, Sean, or Amanda call it Michael Bublé. Let it snow. Let it snow. That is what I'm seeing. We are here at Aspen Vista Point. A lot of numbers we're getting in here to the newsroom. Now let me spit some more out to you. So Prop 208, this means that if you make more as an individual, they're gonna have their mask on, their water bottle in hand. I even brought my snack and their backpack on. Might not be able to give you 20 right here on the spot, but
oh, come on. 20's easy, come on.
Arizona during the day, especially in June, the month that we're in, hard to believe, it's high out. And so they want to wait till the end of the day. Polls are opening at 6 a.m. all across our great state of Arizona. And did you just hear that? That was Brad Nelson right there. He is actually the director of Pima County elections. You wanted to see me in costume, so here I am. I'm a burrito. You like that? Take a look. Let's go ahead. My photographer Andrew and I are going to show you. I want to turn to Officer Ashley Espinoza. She's with us right here on top of the training facility. We've got you covered from my home, actually, where I haven't yet killed the plant that I got recently. We will have a live interview with one. That's Pure Bar coming up here after the break. Stick with us.
Frankie, you spoke with the Cochise County farmer. What did he tell you?
Amanda, the next time you see these babies on the shelf, think of Ed Curry. He is a farmer right here in southern Arizona that dedicates his life to farming just that, hatch chilies. Here's what he had to say about this season. So I got that on the shelf yesterday. How'd it get there?
Okay, Frankie, how did this get there? It started with from our seed that's in this warehouse,
which is located right here in the Grand Canyon state. Ed Curry farms 250 to 300 acres of all different varieties of hatch chili in Pierce, Arizona.
We're always looking for better.
He has 4 processing plants on the farm, employs 25 full-timers, and around 100 or so part-timers when it's harvest season. His father began growing hatch chili in 1957.
I just took it to the next step. I wanted to produce something better.
And that he did. He's now the chairman of the International Pepper Conference, which involves around 38 countries all across the world. It was supposed to be hosted right here in Tucson this year, but Tucson will have to wait until next year in order to become a week-long chili capital. Now listen to this. Ed told me that 90% of green chilies all across the world, their genetics originated in his Pierce, Arizona farm.
We produce 3,000 to 4,000 ton a year, roughly.
And you could have guessed, but this year has been quite a different one.
COVID's been good for us because people are at home cooking. Our labor force has been hugely impacted by COVID, and there's a great amount of workers come across the border.
And all of this just to pepper up your next homemade enchilada.
We can't do it without our workers and my family. I tell you, support is everything.
How crazy is that? It's just crazy to think that his operation is right nearby at 4,250 feet in elevation. Now, Shay, I mean, chili seems to be the theme this morning because it's certainly the weather that I am feeling right now and Tucsonans are waking up to. Tell us about it. Lara Ruggles might be the mastermind behind this little random act of kindness, and she might have started it, but now she's saying that it's a community effort that's right outside her doorstep.
So right now we've got some mixed vegetables.
I have been a touring musician for most of my adult life, and that has meant that for a lot of my adult life, I've been really broke.
Keyword most of her life. Now Lara's in a better financial position, but she knows what it's like to make $50 stretch over 2 weeks. She and her husband, Kevin, moved into their home about a year ago, and the previous owner had the tiny library out on the street already. She said that her dad sent her a link not too long ago about an article about others changing their tiny libraries into tiny food pantries, which gave her the inspiration.
We've definitely seen other people donating to the food pantry. When I go out there, there's always a couple new things.
One day, James Emmanuel Stewart was walking on 19th Street when he came upon Lara's temporary tiny food bank. What he did was he took a photo, he posted it on Facebook, and now that post has 1.2 thousand reactions.
I think it's really nice to see these really small gestures of goodwill.
We actually got a really sweet note from someone at one point saying thanks for the pasta, and they were going through some hard times right now, and so it meant a lot to them.
How'd that make you feel?
I mean, it was great. It was like, that's why it's there, right?
How awesome is that? It's just great. I could tell these stories all day. We have a list over on our website, kvoa.com, of other tiny libraries within our greater Tucson area, but this one's quite distinct as it's now temporarily a tiny food pantry. Amanda?
We need more of that. Frankie, we had a story earlier about I think last month, I can't remember, but about it going viral, and you mentioned all of the comments on that. Did she know that this random act of kindness, her post is going viral?
You see me shaking my head? No, she had completely zero clue.